Yay!
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
Good, good, good. So, welcome to Elegant Conversation with Jacqueline Valdez. And we have our next guest who is amazingly talented with your wonderful shapewear. I love it. So, Miss Kimmi Couture, you created Curvilocks, the Self Love Center, and then you are the shapewear curator of course, Kimmi Couture. And that
Yes,
was featured in Vogue and HSM. And then you also have a celebrity clientele.
I do. I do. I
Yes,
wear many hats.
yes, I love it. So tell me about your shapewear.
Um, my shapewear was something that originated by accident.
Oh, really? Okay.
Believe it or not, I originally started doing swimwear,
Okay.
and I started to kind of get ready for a photo shoot and whatnot.
Uh huh.
And after having my daughter 12 years ago, right after pregnancy, I wore a waist trainer. This is a
Okay.
very Colombian thing. So
Okay.
it's, um, it's kind of part of our culture to wear one no matter what,
Oh,
pregnant or
wow.
not.
Okay.
So when that happened, my business partner at the time was like,
Uh-huh.
"What the hell are you wearing?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This is what I do."
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, and she's like, "Stop being lazy and go to the gym." And I was like, "Whatever, this works for me.
Yeah.
You go kill yourself at the gym."
Nice.
So, with that being said, she
Uh-huh.
kind of got curious and she decided to give something very similar, kind of like a sweatband, a
Okay.
try.
Oh, wow.
And after a couple weeks of me wearing obviously my waist trainer and her watching me,
Right.
she was like, "I can't
Wow.
believe I'm gonna say this, but I actually lost an inch in a week."
Wow.
And I was like, "I told you, these things are amazing."
Yeah.
So we decided that we were gonna get some from Colombia, and when we
Okay.
launched our swimwear, that we were gonna have them, like get your faja to fit into your bikini
Yeah.
type of deal.
Nice. Nice.
And it turned out that we saw way more waist trainers than bathing
Wow.
suits.
Wow.
So
That's
here I
cool.
am today.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Nice. So then you have a website and everything. And how did it get so to where you made it into Vogue? That's so
Wow.
cool.
Well, you know what? It really came back to like just doing a lot of like outreach and
Right.
outreaching to stylists, to
Right.
magazines, sending out a lot of free products, sending out a lot of samples in hopes that
Yeah.
somebody will,
Yeah.
repost or
Love it.
share. But it was after Kim Kardashian had baby North
Right.
that we sent to her stylist, Monica, one of our maternity shapers.
Okay.
And she tagged us on
Wow.
it when obviously when every single paparazzi
Right. Went
was
viral.
on her. It went viral, and then from then on,
Wow.
it just blew up. It
Right.
just blew up.
Wow, that's so exciting. Yeah, and it's cool to know. I have some friends that just got done with pregnancy that are wanting to get back in shape, but they don't really want to hit the gym hard, and especially with quarantine right now. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's many benefits when it comes to waist training
Right.
and wearing shapewear.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of misconceptions that obviously you don't need to work out or do these type of things, but
Right.
it works way better when you do work out, when you
Right.
do eat healthier.
Okay. They
Um,
work together.
it works together, and not to say that just wearing it wouldn't give you results, but
Right.
being active while you're wearing it will
Okay.
be a lot more beneficial than just wearing it and sitting on
Yeah.
your couch and eating
Yeah.
everything.
Eating bonbons.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So so yeah, a lot of my clients, a lot of my you know friends and
Yeah.
family, like after pregnancy or even just right now during the
Okay.
pandemic, they have
Yeah.
been very consistent with wearing their waist trainer, because not only does it help them obviously with their back and
Right.
staying in shape, but when you have it
Wow.
on, it doesn't allow your stomach to expand. So you're
Okay.
not overeating. You feel fuller faster.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily feel like you need to eat like
Like
two
a
whole
reminder.
burritos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And then because you see results so fast,
Yeah.
it's very motivating.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, like I actually lost 2 inches in a week. Like
Wow.
I need to make this a part of my
Yeah.
lifestyle.
That's so cool. So have
Yes.
you always been a designer? Was it something that you kind of grew up knowing that you were going to be a designer?
You know, it's crazy. I
Uh-huh.
never thought that that's what I was going to get into, but
Okay.
I do have a very dear memory of being like maybe 9, 10 years old and playing with Barbies. I used to cut my mom's underwear
Oh, well.
and make dresses for my Barbies. Like I will cut her like
Wow.
nylons
Yeah.
and then make like tight dresses for them and stuff like
Wow.
that. And now
That's so
when I
cute.
think about it, it's like I was envisioning
Yeah.
these way back when, before I
Wow.
even knew this is what I was going to do.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool. I find it
Yes.
really fascinating that a lot of the people I've talked to today have had these visions and these manifestations from when they were a child, and
Yes.
then seeing all these visions come true. And like I was saying earlier, I was in my parents' basement and I wanted to choreograph dances and I wanted to be a dancer. And I was a little tiny thing screaming 5, 6, 7, 8. So
But that's
it's
where it
cool.
starts.
Yeah.
That's where it starts, and I really believe that we're in a time where now
Mhm.
we're understanding really how it works. That
Yeah.
anything that we put our minds to it, not
Yeah.
only can it be possible, but
I love
anything you
it.
dream is attainable.
Yeah.
Anything that you really put your mind to and you put a lot of hard work into it, it
I
will
love it.
manifest into your reality.
I love it. Are there tips that you would give someone who's wanting to start a business, but they just don't even know how or they're scared to?
Oh gosh, there's so many side hustles going on right now, and I
Yeah.
honestly believe, like I said, I stumbled upon my passion. You know,
Yeah.
I was originally doing bathing suits, and then I
Yeah.
transitioned into these, and then now I'm on another new wave of
Nice.
doing curve locks at the Self Love
Yes.
Center. So the best advice that I can give someone is truly try to find things that you're going to be passionate about. Like
Okay.
not necessarily just to do it for the money. Like,
Yeah.
we all need the money. We
Yeah.
all got bills, we got family, we got things
Yeah.
to do. But don't let money be the main focus of what's going to drive your business,
I love that.
because you need to have passion and unconditional discipline to make anything grow.
I love that. So true. So yeah, your business Curl Locks. Tell me about that.
Ah, it's it's been a roller coaster,
Yes, you're riding the wave.
Yes, I've been riding the wave, but I think I think part of the reason why it has been able to grow is because I have been able to work with different women and
Okay.
men in business that
Wow.
some way somehow we kind of feed off of each other's like ideas and things like that, which is how the Self Love Center came all about.
Nice.
Obviously I specialize in the shapewear aspect of things, and I
Right.
also do the body contouring, but we need a nutritionist, we need a trainer, we need
Wow.
someone that's going to come and do all these other things like spray tanning, like
Right.
all these little things.
Yeah.
And I think part of the success that I've had is that I have been able to put myself around a really good group of people who are visionaries, people
Yeah.
who look forward to better things and that want to do better things for other people. So
Yeah.
finding the right tribe is essential.
It's so true. It's like I've been saying, you have to get rid of all the negativity, all the clutter, all the detoxing, and just have positive, inspiring, motivating people around you.
1,000%, a
Yeah.
1,000%. And it's part of life. Like,
Yeah.
we're all going to come across crappy friends,
Yeah.
negative Nancy's,
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
things. But that's what's going to help you weed out what's going to be good for you and what's not. And
Yeah.
I have my share of that. And I think because of it, now I'm more like able to see through the BS.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So how do you keep yourself centered during this period of time of lockdown and quarantine and riots and everything?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like, oh, is Corona even really happening? Like, I
I
don't know.
know. I know. I've had those moments too.
I had those moments where I'm like, but then obviously reality slaps us in the face
Right.
and it's like, okay, yes. I think for me, a lot of it has been, I mean, I was on a serious, like for the first 3, 4 months of the lockdown, I was like not leaving my house, like literally very cautious,
Yeah.
very aware of the situation. But as time went on, and I was like, okay, we need to either learn to live with it or stay cooked up in the house and live in
Yeah.
fear forever, because there's no other option.
Yeah. It's not changing soon.
And yeah, and honestly, what has helped me is I haven't been staying too put in one place.
Okay.
Other than going to go and venture. Like I took like a drive through the south and
Nice.
went to see things. Like keeping
Nice.
my distance with everything, but I
Yeah.
still try to manage to put in the things that I know make me happy.
Nice.
And right now, I think that has been my whole thing. Like I want to go and experiment other places and
Yeah.
see how things are functioning. And it's really amazing to see how every different state functions completely different
I know.
during
It's a
Corona.
whole new world.
Absolutely. Like you go to some places and you're like, you guys don't know about Corona?
I
Like
know,
what?
right?
What's going on here?
That's
The
so
heck come
true.
nobody's wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then it's very eye opening. But
Yeah. Very
I
true.
think that for me has kind of make it easier,
Yeah.
so that my life can feel a little bit more normal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So you said you used to create bathing suits. Do you still create them, or is that totally on the? It's done.
Jackie, let me tell you what happened.
Yes.
Okay,
Tell me.
I had this whole new 2020 bathing suit collection that I was gonna be
Oh,
dropping before the summer,
yes. Oh no.
and then Corona happened.
No. Oh.
And so I literally have like two sets that like I had here that I came out, but was not enough for me to launch a collection. And when I was gonna go to Hawaii to do the photo shoot, the whole
Yes.
thing, literally a week before that, they canceled my trip, like the
Oh
whole
no.
thing. So I very much love the idea of still
Yes.
continue to do bathing suits and so on. But right now, I think I don't know. I mean, I'll probably pick it back up
Yeah.
once we can go back into production and do new things. Colombia has been affected a lot by everything that's going on. And
Okay.
my manufacturing and all of my products are made in Colombia 100%. So
Wow.
it has been a bit of a challenge to be
Yeah.
able to just function. They have their own rules. We got our own rules.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
It's been crazy. It's been a challenge,
It's been a
but
struggle. Yeah, it's been a challenge, but you're pushing through. And then you also have the self-love center.
yes.
Tell me about that.
So the self-love center was
Uh-huh.
honestly something that came about during a period of time where I was going through a lot of changes in my life.
Okay.
I used to be in radio,
Okay.
and like I said, I wear many
Yes,
hats, but
very
during
talented.
this period of time, I was wearing too many hats at once.
Okay.
And trying to manage to be a mom and a business owner and
Wow.
be on the radio and still continue to run
It's a
my
lot.
life was becoming a lot. And
Yeah.
I was putting everybody first and doing everything for everyone, but I was putting myself last.
Yeah.
And it was during a period of time where everything started to change, and I started to realize that I was losing who I was, who I believe I was as a person.
Right.
And I have lost so much weight. Like I was literally living off coffee and going. I would wake
Oh,
up
wow.
at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work to the station, come back,
Yeah.
go to bed by 11 midnight. So I was only sleeping like 3 or 4 hours a day. It was bad. Like
That's rough. Yeah. That's hard.
it was hard.
That was
And
me before Corona.
okay, so see,
I
everything happens
understand.
for a reason. I believe that 100%.
Yes.
But it was when I obviously have lost so much weight
Yeah.
and was completely like going through it. Okay.
Wow.
So a friend of mine, Dawn, she's a nutritionist and she's a trainer. She kind of met with me at a Starbucks, and she was like, you know what, I can help you gain some weight. Like I can help you slowly put yourself in a place where you're gonna work out, you're gonna do these things. And I was like, God, I need this, because I can believe myself right now. Like my leggings are baggy. Like my butt is completely gone. Like
not the butt.
not the butt, everything. I was like, my butt, everything,
No.
you know?
Yeah.
And it was then when I started to do more things that had to do with self-love, with finding ways that obviously I still can manage and do, but create a place where someone can walk in and feel comfortable feel like, okay, somebody can guide me on these things, because there's so many of us. We go through divorces, breakups, you know, we lose a relative. We fall under you know, a dark cloud for whatever reason, and we definitely need a space and a place where we know someone is not going to judge us or look at us like any less, and still give us a hand to to get there. So when the Self Love Center came about, it was more like I team up with a couple of trainers, and my friend Sydney, who does stay polish, and she specializes in spray tanning and teeth whitening. And so obviously we found the perfect location in downtown Denville, and we're like, hey, you know what? I think we can actually make something really cool about these. And then the pouring support of people, and people who were like, oh my gosh, like how come people haven't thought of somewhere where you feel safe and comfortable and you can come and do everything all at one time.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
And that's where it all came about. It came about just from me experiencing something and realizing that there's a need for a safe place for men and women to go and like find themselves.
I love it. Sounds amazing. Upscale.
Thank you.
Tim, Kimmi.
Leslie, I love you.
We love Upscale. Definitely.
Yes.
So what plans do you have coming up in the future?
Well, right now, well, dealing with everything that's going on, we are trying to continue to bring, obviously, amazing products that are going to, you know, enhance people's way of living and things like that. But with Curve Locks, I am definitely looking to do more pop-up shops and go to different states and different cities.
Very cool.
To share kind of what body contouring does. It's a safe way of, you know, reducing weight and tightening your skin and doing things that are going to feel good without having to feel invasive or going under the knife.
Yes, and I love that you explain that, because there's so many people that are intrigued in it, but they're not sure if it's safe or, you know, what it entails. Yeah, and what the benefits are.
Absolutely, and it has many benefits. One of the ways that I kind of stumbled upon the whole situation was after a lot of my clients will go through surgery, lipo or tummy tucks or breast augmentations, you name it. They will always need a place to get their post-op care. And post-op care is the most essential thing that you can do after having surgery, just because it's going to help your results. It's going to help everything just be better. So we started doing lymphatic massages, and lymphatic massages were something that I required to do after the surgery. So little by little, we started to see that there was a huge need for these. And then we found other, we found other things that were beneficial that doesn't necessarily have to do with doing the post-op care, but that will actually work on a way that you don't have to put in all this time and effort into going to a doctor and doing these things. Now, obviously, diet and exercise, like with anything, work better. But in a combination of these things, we have seen people have amazing results. Just from you know, pregnancy, you know, we get stretch marks, or skin texture gets fluffy. So the techniques that we use with cavitation and RF lighting technology, RF frequency, really make a big difference. In just a matter of 2-3 treatments, you see a huge difference.
Wow. And what's the difference with your shapewear than other shapewear that makes it so unique? Because it is unique.
It is. I think one of the reasons that makes it different and so effective is that I have only worked with like really good textiles, really good products that are going to make the product comfortable, because that's what it comes down to. It's not always necessarily fun to wear something that's so tight and so on, but when you need to wear it for a long period of time, it needs to be comfortable. So we have thought of ways of making the materials so that when you sweat, they absorb more, or that when you are wearing it, the boning doesn't poke out. So we work with adjusting small little things that really make a huge difference. But also, I think that one of the reasons that makes it special and different about it is that we are not a huge manufacturing company that just pumps out all these things. You are buying from a small business, you're buying from a single mom, and
I love that.
I actually have pride myself into hiring men and women in Colombia who have been victims of domestic violence and different
wow.
things. So the manufacturing that we work with, that's what we embrace. We embrace
Wow.
helping other people. We embrace, changing the lives, not just
Yeah.
for people who wear the shapewear, but people who make the shapewear, and they put so
That's
much
awesome.
love and effort into it.
Yeah, and you can tell that's awesome. Yeah, from a good place.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
energy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course. What do you want to be remembered by?
Gosh, why do I like to be remembered? I don't know. I think I would love to be remembered as somebody who never gave up. Somebody who um, worked hard
Mm-hmm.
and made a life as a dream in the United States, as a dreamer, I guess you can call it. But
Yeah.
somebody that never gave up no matter what the circumstances in life were.
Oh, I love it. Is there anything else that you wanted to let the viewers know?
No, no. I think honestly, thanks so much for having me today.
Of course.
It's amazing to come in here and connect. You
Yeah.
know, one of the things I always say is like Instagram is one of the reasons why I started my whole thing. Before I even had a website, I
Yeah.
used to post pictures of my bathing suits, and people will buy them just from looking at them. So
Yes. Yes.
this platform has created an incredible opportunity, not just for myself, but so many people. And to be able to come on here and meet with people like yourself that
Yes.
are able to provide their own platform to people to get to know us is incredible.
Yes, yes. It's been exciting. I'm so honored that you're here today too. So I've been
Thank
so
you so
grateful
much.
for all the amazing people that I've been able to talk to and meet. Like I'm super grateful for that.
I
So
know. Isn't it amazing?
it is. It is.
It is.
Yes, I definitely want to check out one of your swimsuits when they come out.
Absolutely. Yo, I'll let you know right away.
Yes, yes. Let me know. Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being a part of it.
No, Jacqueline, thanks so much for having me.
Yes,
Mwah.
thank you. Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Bye, love.
Bye.